What's up, guys? I'm Joe. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be honing this Clark Witbeck. This is one of my vintage New York razors. And the really cool thing about this one, let's see if I can show you so you can see. See that? Clark Witbeck, Schenectady, New York. So where this was a hardware store back in the day, and where they are located is about 15-20 minutes from where I live now. They are right around the corner. The store was right around the corner from the county courthouse and the sheriff's office where I work. So this one is literally from a company that was in my backyard. So very, very cool. So we're going to do a little bevel set here. Shaft in 1K. And then we're going to go 5K, and then we're going to go to a stone that I haven't used in a while. It's a Vermont Green. And I'll talk a little bit more about it when we get there. But let's get this bevel set. I have a few razors from companies that were in Schenectady. But most of them were barber supply houses. This is the only one that I have that was from a hardware store. And it wasn't just a hardware store. It was a hardware store and a railroad supply store. I love finding razors like this because you guys know I collect the New York vintage New York razors. And when I find razors like this that are, literally from companies that were in my backyard, it's just so cool. I don't know what company made the razor. I know there were a lot of companies out here back then, especially out in Western New York, that would make razors for these other companies. I just haven't really looked that too deeply into it, but if I were to find out that a company like Geneva Cutlery or someplace like that actually made these razors for Clark Witbeck, I would not be surprised. I think I'm going to do that Geneva Cutlery razor that I showed you in that the quick little unboxing. Taking a closer look at that, and I think that is just good to go. No, I didn't really show you this. I did this before I started the video. I did mute the tip a little bit, rounded that off. That's one thing I've learned with these. You got these full hollow square tips. I usually mute that tip and round that off a little bit. I've gotten bit too many times. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't really sell these or anything, so I'm not worried about, you know, somebody not wanting to buy it because it's not in the original condition. I mean, this is my personal collection. These are just razors that I use for myself. Let's see how we're doing. Looks like we're doing pretty good. Oh, yeah. That was pretty quick. A little bit longer. That didn't take long. Some of the other ones I have from Schenectady, I have one called, it's from a company called Ernst Forest. It's a barber supply house. I think I have two from them. And I have razors from barber supply houses from Troy, New York, which is about 20-minute drive for me. Quite a few razors from Albany, New York, which is just the next town over. There's quite a few barber supply houses. And a couple of hardware stores. WM Sample was a hardware store in Albany, and I have two razors from them. They've all been great shaving razors. They've all honed well. Sorry, my heat was on, so I'm talking a little bit loud. They honed well. They held an edge well. I think this one's going to be just as good. A little bit more of a, give it a tomato test. A little bit more up on that toe. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good here. I think we were just about there. A little bit more slurry here. I'm just watching the water here. Making sure it's going all the way up. Yep. Let's give it a quick look under the loop. Let's see. Looks pretty good. It's looking really good. Yep. All right. Move to a 5K now. If you hear my heat kicking on and off, it's 24 to 25 degrees there. It's brisk. I want to get a 3K. I want something that goes right in between this. I know I said that before, I just haven't gotten around to it. I think if I can do 135 and then, roll on to whatever natural stone I'm going to use, I think that would be good. I like these Shapton stones when I'm doing bevel setting. They're consistent. I know what to expect. I do have a nano set too, 15812. But I find these are a little bit more consistent, the Shaptons. They don't, in my opinion, they don't cut as fast. I think the Nanoas do cut faster, but it's also a softer stone. So I had something on there. I saw something on there. I think it was just a reflection from the stone, from the light. Yeah, it's just a reflection. It looked like there was a hair running right here. It's just a reflection from the light. Doing starting to cut good. I don't know. Keep looking over at some of my other stones, and I'm wondering if I'm going to go change my mind here, but I think I am going to just go right to that Vermont Green. I was thinking about going to an AK, but I'll stop here with the 5 and go to the Vermont Green. Licking hairs off. Pretty good. All right. So let's go to this stone. I haven't used this stone in a long time. This is a Vermont Green. It does come with its own slurry stone, but I'm not going to use it. Comes with its own slurry stone, but I'm gonna use DMT slurry. Now this one, this was the very first natural stone that I ever bought. The reason that it intrigued me as much as it did was the quarry that it comes from is close to the New York border. And since a lot of my razors are, I'm gonna do this over again. From New York, I thought, well, this is pretty cool. This is a stone that comes from a quarry that's that close to New York. Who knows? Maybe this is the stone they were using back in the day. I'm going to build up a slurry. And I'm going to use it like I use a Walloon or a French Black Shadow. I used to use this one quite a bit, this stone. And I shaved off it, and I always thought that I had some nice edges. But that was 2 years ago. I've learned a lot more in those 2 years. In 2 years, talked to a lot more people, gotten a lot more tips. So we'll see if I can improve on what I used to do with this stone. I think I will. You don't really see too many people using this stone. Not a very exciting stone. Nothing really sophisticated about it. It's just a slate. It is a beautiful stone, though. I mean, look at that. If I got pretty decent edges, a couple of years ago when I first got this stone, didn't really know much about honing with a natural stone, I'd like to think that I'll be able to improve on that. I'll build up a little bit more slurry. Keep going here. And we'll just start dropping it down. Go a little bit longer. And then I'll just start watering it down, thinning it out. Thinning this out now. I'm not using very much pressure either. Do plain water. This is a little 50-50 mix of glycerin and water. Mm. Whew. I'm going to say that's good. Yeah, I'm going to say that's good. So I will get that upstairs and strop it, and we'll get a shave with it later on this week. All right, guys, that'll do it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.